going on, guys? It's Travis Fowler, Harp Rider here with Four Corner Post, and today we got a special 2-in-1 edition of Premium Live Event, as they're being tagged now, predictions, because we've got Elimination Chamber for WWE this morning, and then we've got No Surrender for Impact Wrestling this evening. So let's not waste any time and let's get straight into the predictions. We're going to start off with the Chamber since it's the first event for today. So let's get right into the card, all right? First match is the tag team title match between the Usos and Viking Raiders. Honestly, I don't need to take too long to think of who I want to win this one and who I think is going to win anyway. The Usos are going to go over on the Raiders in this one. I don't see the Usos dropping the tag titles until sometime after Mania or shortly before, so I think that's pretty much going to speak for itself. Up next, you've got Rey Mysterio versus The Miz and this little feud that they've been building between the two, which hasn't really been anything spectacular. They're trying to go off of the Dominic angle, and I don't know, it's just been like a meh feud. But for purposes of this card, I'm going to go with Miz to pick up the victory in this one. Up next, we've got Falls Count Anywhere between Madcap Moss and Drew McIntyre. Again, it's one of those matches that it's here, it is what it is. The feud's been pretty meh. As for this match, I don't see Moss going over in this one. I can see a Claymore to the face in the middle of the ring, or maybe in some form or fashion backstage. Either way, McIntyre picks up the win heading into Mania. Up next, we've got the special attraction women's tag match with Ronda Rousey and Naomi teaming up to face Sonya, Deville, and Charlotte Flair. We know this is all helping lead towards Charlotte and Rousey for Mania, and I don't think they're going to let Rousey and Naomi do the job on this one. I guess they could have Naomi take the fall if so, that way it protects Ronda, but I don't think they're going to let Ronda lose in her match back on the main roster, so I'm going to go with Rousey and Naomi to pick up the win in this matchup. And as we continue on with the women's division, we're going to talk about the Raw Women's title match between the returning Hall of Famer Lita and current GOAT champion Becky Lynch. Becky, I don't see losing this title anytime soon. I don't even know if she's going to drop it at Mania. Both women are very charismatic, so they've done great trying to build the feud with the promos they've been doing. In this matchup, though, I'm still going to take Lynch to go over on Lita. Up next, we've got the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and this one, I'm not going to take too much time going into it. I'm pretty sure that they're going to stick with the plans that have been laid out for Mania, which is also why I chose Lynch in the previous matchup to win. I'm taking Bianca Belair in this. I think this is how they're going to get the two of them to face off and cap off their feud that started all the way back when Lynch returned at SummerSlam. And if so, it's good long-term booking, and it could be the redemption story for Bianca to get the championship back at Mania. We've got the Raw Chamber match now for the WWE Championship, and honestly, I think Austin Theory picks up the win. Psych, I'm just kidding. No, I honestly believe in this matchup. Even though I would like AJ Styles to pick up the win in this, I don't think Lashley drops it. I believe Bobby Lashley is going to go into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion, so he will beat Lesnar, Styles, Riddle, Rollins, and Theory all in this matchup. Finally, we've got the Universal Championship matchup between Goldberg and Roman Reigns. This was the match that was supposed to take place at WrestleMania a couple years ago as they've been building, and this is supposedly Goldberg's last matchup as well. I don't see any other outcome other than what we all are predicting, which is Roman Reigns going over in what will probably be about a 3 to 5 minute match. And then we can look forward to Roman versus Brock, and I say that very sarcastically, for WrestleMania season. Now that we got Elimination Chamber out of the way, let's go into the pay-per-view event that I'm actually excited about. Premium Live Event. Maybe it is pay-per-view for Impact still. I don't know. Either way, it's a special attraction that's going on, and that's No Surrender. We've got Deonna Purrazzo's open challenge for either her Reina de Reinas Championship or the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. I think the person that comes out is going to challenge for the ROH Women's Championship, but no matter who it is, I'm picking Deonna to win and retain the championship in her open challenge. Up next, we've got the Fatal 4-Way matchup for the #1 contender slot in the X Division Championship. You've got Jake Something versus Speedball Mike Bailey versus Ace Austin versus Chris Bay. And as much as I want to pick Bay because he's BC all day, I have to pick Speedball Mike Bailey to pick up the win in this matchup. They signed him to a great contract. He had a lot of buzz coming into Impact, and I can see them building him up to be the face of their X Division and taking on Trey Miguel for the title. Up next, for the Digital Media's Championship, we've got always ready Matt Cardona, who is off of his successful heel turn, going against Jordan Grace. I don't need to take time to really think about this one. Matt Cardona goes over, 1, 2, 3, still Digital Media Champion. Up next, let's discuss the 5-on-5 big stipulation, Honor No More versus Team Impact. Team Impact wins. The ROH Rebels are banned and gone away from Impact Wrestling, and if they win, then they stick around. Honestly, I love this storyline. I see it continuing on. I'm picking Honor No More to walk away with the W, and something tells me that they're going to have someone help them out, and it'll be a new member to the Honor No More stable. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Up next, it's a battle of hosses, which I think is going to be actually a wonderful matchup when you've got Decay's Black Taurus going up against Jonah. This, I think, could be a potential show stealer between two big guys. They're athletic as can be, and in this matchup, Jonah's going to pick up the win here. Up next, we've got the battle of the leaders of their respective factions. Violent by Design's Eric Young versus Bullet Club's Switchblade, King Switch, Jay White. I am totally a fanboy for the Bullet Club for the most part on this card. Sorry, Chris Bay. So I am picking Jay White to win against Eric Young. Next up is the Knockouts Championship match with Tasha Steelz cashing in on her Ultimate X victory and her shot at the Knockouts Championship against Mickie James. Mickie James, of course, had her appearance in the Rumble with the Impact Knockouts Championship, and I don't think her run is quite over just yet. I'm picking her to retain the Knockouts Championship strictly because I think we're leading towards a Chelsea Green heel turn, and it'll be Green versus James for the Knockouts title somewhere down the line real soon. Up next is the match that I've most been looking forward to on this entire card, and it's the Impact Tag Team Championship match between former friends, former allies in the Bullet Club are now bitter rivals. It is happening finally. The Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson, taking on Tama Tonga and Tonga Lawa, the GOD, Gorillas of Destiny. And as I said on the Jay White match, I'm a total BC fanboy. I'm going Gorillas all day because ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Finally, in the Impact World title matchup, it's W. Morrissey taking on Moose. This is a rivalry that they've actually built quite well over a 2-month time span, with the faction being on shaky ground with Moose and W. Morrissey, to the complete screw job as Morrissey thought it was at Hard to Kill, to now just the utter annihilation of each other that they have towards each other. I think this matchup is going to be hard-hitting between two very athletic big men, but I don't see the self-proclaimed new wrestling god. I swear I've heard that nickname somewhere before. I don't see him dropping the Impact title just yet, and I think he picks up the W over W. Morrissey. Well, that's my predictions for both cards that we've got tonight. What are your predictions for the shows mentioned? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video, and then make sure you hit that bell so that you are notified anytime we upload a video to the channel. Be on the lookout for our BWS show to be uploaded later this weekend. As always, I'm Travis Fowler Harkrider, and I will see you next time.